Everyone, Delta1 here. So I ran into a keyboard warrior not too long ago. Wasn't even my video. It was another video actually. Did I turn it off? No, I didn't. Okay. What ended up happening was it was a video about an ambulance engine fails on route to the hospital. Alright, it's a 17-minute or 20-something minute video of them going en route and coming back and making it to the hospital. Somewhere around 17 minutes into the video, the engine starts to act up. Firstly, in this video, he tries to show a video clip of the actual speedometer in kilometers. Obviously, it wasn't a U.S. ambulance; it was a Mercedes. And the thing about the video was that he never showed the the gauges that actually matter. Basically, if you're having engine failure, your speed is the last thing that you're going to be looking at, or the last thing that matters. Your speed does not matter when you're having an engine failure. It's going to be your tachometer, your oil pressure, your water temperature, and your so on and so forth. Because those are the things that's going to indicate that you are having an issue with the engine. Otherwise, if those are all looking right and you have an engine failure, you're going to have a catastrophic engine failure. You're not definitely making it back to where you're going. So the engine basically continued to lose power is what it was actually doing. It was actually losing power. They did make it back to the hospital, like I said. And I ran into, I commented on there. No, it was someone else that commented that, dear viewers, he was not related to the video. I think he was anyway. Said that, dear viewers, the engine did not fail. They did not get stranded. The engine never failed, or all that good stuff, and that all you had was 22 minutes of sirens blaring, which you did. And I replied to his comment. I concur. It sounded more like it seemed more as though a sensor failed, or something of that nature, because it lost power and was able to drive completely fine, and it would come back and it would leave, and so on and so. Well, this person gets on and replies afterward, and replied with, do you guys only get on YouTube to look at videos where something bad happens? And we replied, both of us replied to his comment, you're on this video as well. And he replied with, which had nothing to do with what we said, but he replied with, well, if they would have been stranded on the side of the road, the patient could have died. I replied with two observations to his comment. Told him, firstly, if that would have happened, that wouldn't have been put on YouTube. And secondly, that had nothing to do with what you asked us or what we said. And he got upset again, and he said something else. What did he say? He said something about, well, you guys just get on here to see bad things happen. Is in retrospective, condensing down what he said. And I replied to him, because it had a lot of dislikes on it, and I replied to him as, well, if you title a video engine failure on the way to the hospital, you're looking for an engine failure on the way to the hospital. You're not actually looking for a complete, like, arrival at the hospital with an engine that loses power but continues to operate. You're looking for a piston through the wall of the block is what you're looking for. You're looking for that, smoke or something. You're looking for the ambulance to actually, to see something happen to the ambulance to make it not arrive at the hospital. Not the ambulance making it to the hospital, not the ambulance making it to the hospital anyway. You're looking for it to be on the side of the road. or listening for the catastrophic sound. Because some people actually get on here and not actually, you know, especially mechanic type people like me, we're listening for this crap and seeing if that sounded like what it was, you know, and hypothesize, and we'll get in the comments and do that, which is what we were doing. We were getting into it and saying the engine didn't fail, and I replied with him, yeah, I concur, the engine didn't fail, it sounded like a sensor, and he wanted to jump in. Clearly it was a person that wasn't mechanically inclined, because we were talking about the engine didn't fail, and he's talking about what if it didn't make it. We don't really care. We were looking at the mechanic aspects of it. He posted it. Clearly, since he posted it, the person did not suffer from this incident. So clearly, what does it matter? But that's what we had literally like 20 minutes ago. I also added my light controller for the roof of my truck. I moved it to the dash. Not dash. Well, technically I moved it to the dash. I moved it to the, I remember what you called it, the headliner. I moved it to the headliner and secured it to the headliner so it's easier to get to. I can easily click on it. I can know what I'm clicking without having to lean over and look at it. And the light's not directly in my eyes. So I'll show that to you guys in the morning if it's light out, and I'll show you how it goes. Because, I mean, honestly, you can't really tell the difference between it because it actually keeps on going. The wiring keeps on going from the headliner all the way down. So it looks no different than it did when I first did it. It's just that the controller is secured above my thing. And no, I didn't. I'll explain that tomorrow. But no, I did not secure it with screws directly to the headliner, because the headliner is not designed to carry weight directly, especially when you're trying to put a nut and bolt. You're asking for it to pull through. It's like trying to put a bolt and a nut and a washer through styrofoam, and then it will yank it out the first chance it gets when you get too much pressure on it. But I'll explain that tomorrow morning when I video. I had videoed the whole thing, but I didn't bring that camera with me. I did bring that camera with me, but it's out in the truck. And I don't think the reveal video was actually that well, since I actually did it towards the morning. Like, this keeps, every time the screen changes color, I think when it gets to red or something like that, it starts to act up. Because white, it wants to act up. Yeah, red, it wants to change its focus. But I'm gonna get off so I can change this. I don't know who changed it to this, but I'm gonna change it. But peace.